For over 100 years, the British cycling team was a joke. They were so irrelevant, so consistently mediocre, that in 1992, one of Europe's top bike manufacturers refused to sell them equipment. Why? They were afraid that if a British rider was seen using their gear, it would permanently damage their brand. They weren't just underdogs, they were professional losers. And yet, this is the same team that, at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, won 60% of all available gold medals. This is the same team that, at the 2012 London Olympics, broke 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. And this is the same team that won the legendary Tour de France 6 times in 7 years. What happened? How do you go from a total laughingstock to the most dominant force in your sport's history? It wasn't a magic bullet. It was a philosophy so simple, it's almost unbelievable. They called it the 1% rule. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you not only how this rule changed everything for them, but more importantly, how it can fundamentally change your life. It all started in 2003, when this man, Dave Brailsford, was hired as the new performance director. Brailsford didn't believe in breakthroughs. He wasn't looking for one massive change. Instead, he believed in something he called the aggregation of marginal gains. It sounds complicated, but the idea is brutally simple. Break down every single thing you can think of related to riding a bike, and then improve it by just 1%. He theorized that if you did this, all those 1% gains would compound and create a massive, unstoppable increase in performance. And I mean, everything. They started with the obvious stuff. They tested tires in a wind tunnel to find 1% more aerodynamic fabric. They redesigned the bike seat to be 1% more comfortable. They tested different racing suits for 1% less wind resistance. But every team does that. But then, Brailsford and his team went into details that no one else was thinking about. They noticed riders got sick often. Their solution? They hired a surgeon to teach the athletes the proper way to wash their hands, reducing the chance of infection by 1%. They painted the inside of the team's support truck pure white. Why? So they could spot the tiniest specks of dust that could get into the finely tuned bike mechanics. This made the bikes 1% cleaner, 1% more reliable. They realized riders slept poorly in different hotel beds every night. Their solution? They packed and shipped the exact pillow and mattress for every single rider, every single night, to get 1% better sleep. They tested massage gels to see which one helped muscles recover 1% faster. They tested paints, they tested fabrics, they tested food. They became obsessed with 1%. Honestly, when I first read about this, I thought it was insane. Who cares about hand washing or pillows? But that was the entire point. They overlooked nothing. So, did all these tiny, obsessive 1% changes actually work? Let's look at the results. Just 5 years after Brailsford took over, at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, the British team dominated, winning 60% of all cycling gold medals. 4 years later, at the London Olympics, they smashed 9 Olympic and 7 world records. And the crowning achievement? From 2012 to 2018, Team Sky, the professional arm of the team, won the Tour de France 6 times. A team that was once refused bikes because they were too embarrassing had become the most dominant, unbeatable dynasty in the sport. All thanks to the power of compounding. This story isn't just about cycling. It's about a fundamental law of life. We are all obsessed with massive success. We want the overnight result. We want to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. We want to learn a language in 3 months. We want to build $1 million business in 1 year. And when we don't get it, we get frustrated. And we quit. We dramatically overestimate the importance of one defining moment. And we dramatically underestimate the value of making small, daily improvements. So, how does the 1% rule apply to you? The math is shocking. If you can get just 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day, you will decline nearly to 0. Don't try to read an entire book. Just read 1 more page. That's your 1%. Don't try to go to the gym for 2 hours. Just do 10 push-ups. That's your 1%. Don't try to write a novel. Just write 100 words. That's your 1%. Success is not a giant leap. It is the result of hundreds, thousands of tiny 1% improvements, all aggregated together over time. The British cycling team didn't look for one 100% improvement. They found 101% improvements. So, my question for you is, what is your 1% today? Comment below right now with the one small 1% change you are going to make after watching this video. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more ideas that change the way you think. And remember, don't look for perfection, look for 1%.